Hello lovelies, welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom, thank you for joining me. Today's episode is about the new supply. Is the new supply your enemy, or are they just another narcissist victim? It's a good question, and I think that there's a grey zone. What I mean by this? Well, too often I hear people kind of talking in absolutes about this. And they kind of argue about, no, it's like this. They're a victim of the narcissist, or no, it's like this. They're the other woman. They're competing against me. They stole what was mine. That kind of mentality. But I think that there is, like I said, this kind of grey zone, and that is that each case is individual. Some of the women that are involved are definitely narcissistic victims, no doubt about it. They are just like you were. They didn't know he was a narcissist. They believed all of his lies. They were vulnerable in some way. They were trusting. They were naive. And as I said, they believed his lies, just like you did. However, that said, there are also another kind of cohort of women out there who are what are known as inverted narcissists. So these are the women who do not like healthy relationships, and they crave to be involved in a relationship with a narcissist. So they like these bully boys. They like the these controlling and dominating men. They like it because it makes them feel like someone cares about them, like they matter, they even exist. These people, these inverted narcissists, they feel kind of invisible in the real world. They don't really matter. They don't really have much kind of in their minds. They don't have any value, and so they kind of crave people who give them attention because they feel seen, they feel heard, they feel valued. And the narcissist loves that because, the narcissist can really play that character. The narcissist loves to play the hero to these damsels in distress. They love to play, the Clyde to the Bonnie and Clyde, us against the world kind of concept. So, those particular types, like I said, the inverted narcissists, they are the ones who you could say they are your enemy, because they are the ones who will definitely be adversarial. They will be the ones who harass you, who get involved in arguments. So when you're having problems, say for example with the narcissist, talking about the children, the inverted narcissist will definitely jump on board, get involved, have something to say. And as I said, this particular type of new supply will bully the former supply because it helps them feel powerful. It helps them feel connected to the narcissist. They're kind of like the ultimate flying monkey. They have no sense of self. They don't see themselves as anything without the narcissist. So they have no identity, no independent identity whatsoever. So without the narcissist, they are no one. So therefore, they work extra hard to please the narcissist, to be seen as being a good flying monkey. They will literally carry out the command of the narcissist, the will of the narcissist. Whatever the narcissist wants, the flying monkey, the new supply, this inverted narcissist will do. They'll go above and beyond. And bullying you is perfect for them because it helps them cement their place with the narcissist, as being their number one. It's like a pecking order almost, in their mind. So they kind of see it that they're pushing you out of that top spot and further on down the pecking order. So they, like bullies, it makes them feel stronger, more important, and as though they have more worth to the narcissist. in my mind, when I think about the inverted narcissist, I actually envisage the flying monkeys. You know, I imagine them literally as monkeys. You know how monkeys, when they get really excited, when they're in cages, and they get really excited and they screech at each other and they jump up and down and bang, like slap on each other's backs, and they do all kinds of, you know, highly hysterical behavior. That's how I imagine the inverted narcissist is every time. So, for example, the narcissist will start saying something bad about you, and then the inverted narcissist will get involved and encourage that behavior, egg him on. You know, they won't be the one to say, well, no, baby, come on, just calm down. Like, you've got kids together, you know, let's just be rational. No, that's not what the inverted narcissist will do. They are the ones who'll be going, yeah, that's right. You should tell that bitch. You should tell her exactly what's what. Who the fuck does she think she is? Just because you've got kids with her, blah, 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 some shit, I don't know. That's the kind of thing that this inverted narcissist will do. So when we talk about the new supply, we can't really talk in these absolutes, as in they're a victim as well, they've done no wrong, or, you know, they are the enemy. Because for some women, they really, really are the enemy. And for other women, they really are just another victim. And the narcissist will triangulate either way. It doesn't really matter which role the new supply takes. The narcissist will use them to triangulate you, and they will use you to triangulate the new supply. So just remember that you're always going to be set against each other, no matter what. But if you're finding yourself in a situation where you're starting to say things like, you know, or you're talking about the new supply, you know, you're blaming the new supply. When you're kind of in that mentality, you need to pull yourself up and just remember that, as I said, she's either an inverted narcissist herself or a victim. And if she's a victim, you know, there's no point in blaming her for anything. Time will reveal everything that she needs to know about the narcissist. That, you know, it'll just take time. But if she is an inverted narcissist and she is acting like a flying monkey, you have to be super smart. Don't ever drop your guard around her. Do not ever trust her with information. Just remember that everything you say to her in any capacity whatsoever will go straight back to the narcissist with her kind of little spin on top of it. Just remember that, okay? Any communication at all. So if you ring up, for example, you've got to speak to him about the kids, right? You ring up, she answers. Do not have conversations with her. Not at all. Don't get her to pass on messages either. Not at all. Speak to him directly. Try and cut out any possibility for triangulation. Because, as I said, the narcissist will use any opportunity they have to triangulate the two of you. That's just a given. You have to accept that that is Narc 101. That is what they'll do. So don't give them too many opportunities, because, you know, this stuff can end up quite dangerous, really. You know, narcissists are bad enough at the best of times, let alone when they've got new supply egging them on. You know, new supply kind of saying exactly what the narcissist wants to hear. Because the irony of it is, the narcissist will be telling the new supply exactly what they want to hear too. I did a video about this just recently, actually, and one of the kind of lines I used in that is that, you know, they lie to each other as much as they lie to themselves, and that is just the reality. You know, they're both living in this delusion, this fantasy, and it can be dangerous. So just remember that. If you have a narcissist and the new supply is an inverted narcissist, that means you've got 2 times narc, right? Egging each other on, you know, thinking up dangerous and deluded ways to impact upon you, affect you, take things from you. Like anything you have, they're going to want to take. So just be mindful of that, whether it's children, property, whatever. Be mindful of that. They're going to want to destroy you, because she, the inverted narcissist, will more so, almost more than him, will want to destroy you. you know, because she will see you as a threat to what is rightfully hers. I'll tell you just a quick story about this. I'm not joking. So my ex and his new supplier, she's an inverted narcissist. Now, I reckon they'd probably been together maybe 3 months, so 12 weeks, maybe 12 weeks, maybe even less. It might have been less, actually. Anyhow, and he and I had been separated for 12 weeks and 2 days. And I'm not joking, they broke up, and she had the nerve to send me a text message. You know, I had been married to the man for like 13 years. She got with him 2 days after he and I separated. And 12 weeks later, she's got the nerve to send me an email or a text message saying that they'd broken up and that it was my fault and that I didn't even, you know, that I wouldn't even care about their relationship. Like, that's how deluded the inverted narcissist is. They don't care about, you know, your relationship. They don't care about the grieving process that you're going through. They don't care about any of that. All they care about is, you know, getting what they want. So when they get what they want, then the next thing is, you know, all they care about is keeping it. Or when they lose it, you know, getting sympathy for losing it. You know, they're really quite deluded, actually, is all I can say about the inverted narcissist. It's fascinating. I've got to tell you, this whole thing has been really quite fascinating. I started out this journey 3 years ago, not even really knowing about narcissists. You know, I had a sneaking suspicion something was seriously wrong in my situationship, but I didn't know about narcissists. And now, not only have I got a narcissist to deal with, but now I've got an inverted narcissist to deal with too. So it's like I'm getting this this extra awesome education, and it will only benefit all of us. So that's the best thing. All right, lovelies, listen, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, you know all the deal. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications as well. Some people have been missing their notifications. Hit that bell. All right, lovelies, bye.